Hi friends, I hope you all had a wonderful week. Today I want to clarify some doubts. I've had some questions from my clients who are asking me about the matrix twin flame connection. And I did some research in the community and I figured out a lot of people who have not experienced this connection, who have not activated the 5D Merkaba, who themselves are not liberated, are giving advice to other people, are giving sessions and dishing out a lot of rubbish for you to eat, you know, rubbish from their mental body. So have some filters for such people. Okay, now I am in a spiritual twin matrix twin flame connection, and I know this connection very well, so nobody can mindfuck me. Nobody can mindfuck me. All right, so let me start describing what it is. So a lot of people ask and say, my matrix twin flame is such a high status person, is such a high profile personality, sometimes even is a celebrity. Yes guys, this is true, because in true twin flames there is a pattern where one twin has all the worldly success, all the worldly fame, and the other twin has all the spiritual power, has all the 5D love. You know, some connections are different, okay, but the matrix twin flame connection is like this because there is a high degree of polarity. Are you getting me what I'm saying? There is a high degree of polarity, like fame and not being known at all, being wealthy and just struggling to make your living, okay, being completely of the 3D matrix, the Maya illusion, and being of the 5D and higher dimensions. So yes, the matrix twin flame can be a celebrity, can be a very high profile person, can be a very important person in a society. Okay, so that is a fact. Okay, because that's how real twin flames are. They are twin flames, and it is quite obvious that they will have high profile lives like that. So when somebody comes and says, my reunion looks very impossible, what should I do? Okay, first of all, the reader should consult the person's soul through the medium of tarot, through the medium of astrology, through their psychic intuition, whatever faculties that they have going on. They should ask the person's soul whether it is in this lifetime for them to reunite, because sometimes in such connections the person is 50 years old, they are having their own married life, and the matrix twin flame is like 20 years old and he's a celebrity or she's a celebrity, or the matrix twin flame is like 80 years old and has grown up kids and all of that. So sometimes it is a fact that in this lifetime you have not chosen to be in a physical reunion. Okay, that is just your soul plan. You have not chosen the full ascension, because when the full ascension happens, the reunion is a byproduct, is a guaranteed. There is a high likelihood of reunion. Okay, however, there have been saints where they have fully ascended. There have been people where they have fully ascended, and they have been in that state of samadhi, that inner union, the soul merge, where they have merged their twin flame within themselves, and they have not been in a physical reunion with their twin because their twin was not incarnated, or their twin had passed away, or for whatever reasons. Okay, those cases also are possible. Okay, but those were the past times. Okay, in this time that we are living here right now, Mother Earth requires twins to be in physical reunion because we are moving towards a 5D society. So Mother Earth, Mother Gaia is really invested in creating the 5D reunion, especially of ascended twin flames. Okay, now let me tell you about ascended twin flames and starseed twin flames. Most of those who are in a matrix twin spiritual twin flame connection, 95% of you are either ascended beings with your first lifetime on this planet, or you're a starseeds. Okay, so either you're a starseeds, or this is your first lifetime on your plan on this planet, and you're ascended beings, and that is the reason the soul is cut into two exact half, two exact polarities. One is spiritual, one is material. One is female, one is male. One can be beautiful, one can be not so beautiful, one can be wealthy, one can be not so wealthy, one can be famous, one can be unknown. So there is a high degree of polarity in the matrix twin flame connection, because this is your first lifetime, and there is a complete split of the soul. There is a real, like cutting right in the middle of it. There's a complete split, a complete polarity. Okay, so let me come to the main point. Is reunion possible? Okay, I've covered one point which says that you have to consult with your soul whether it is in your soul plan for this lifetime to reunite with your twin flame. That is the first thing. Secondly, the second point that matters, and it's the most important point, which other teachers overlook, is that nobody really talks about the 5D dynamics. Okay, because that is the cream of the whole twin flame process that is taught in the courses. Okay, so this 5D dynamics, okay, that is the real game. Okay, that is what we came here. So why are you in a matrix twin flame connection? You are in a matrix twin flame connection to learn the art of how to fuck the matrix. In other words, you are supposed to come out of this Maya matrix, come out of this illusion. Okay, so let me give you an example here. In the life of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, in one of her incarnations, her enemy, her enemy and Lord Shiva's enemy was Jalandhar. Okay, and he took the form of the matrix twin. Okay, he captured Goddess Parvati and put her in a 3D matrix. Okay, and he took the form of her twin, okay, which was Shiva. But she was so dedicated to Shiva that she just focused on a spiritual journey. Okay, and she was only attached to the 5D twin. Okay, so she did not quite really fall for the matrix illusion. And since she did not fall for the false twin flame, or let's not use this term, it's confusing. Since she did not fall for the matrix twin flame, she had no interest in the physical form of the twin flame until a kundalini had reached the third eye and she had ascended to 5D. What the enemy Jalandhar had to do was he had to just capture her, like literally imprison her. Okay, and that is when Lord Shiva comes out of Samadhi, and even in that prison, she comes into her Durga form and she like destroys the entire matrix. Okay, so these are stories that tell you about the 3D matrix twin. You're not supposed to be connected. Like, okay, if you want to do the healing via triggers, you can connect to your 3D twin flame, but all you're going to get is energy drain and triggers, because you're relating to your divine masculine through psychic cords. Your divine masculine is imbalanced. You're connecting to him via that fear-based push polarized energy. And every time you're connecting via this push energy, via this imbalanced divine masculine, you're connecting via psychic cord, and that means that he will drain you in one way or the other, or he will block you, which is what usually happens. Okay, your divine masculine will block you because, or not reply, because not replying and you continuously chasing texting is a form of imbalanced energy exchange which you are doing. So he's draining you. Blocking you and hurting you is again like punching your heart, so he's draining you. Okay, so where is your self-respect? Let me tell you, your self respect has been destroyed by the karmic downloads that happen in your chakras. Okay, so your self respect is not in your hands, it is in the hand of the karmic debt. Okay, so that is why in this whole twin flame process, your main target is the karmic shit in your chakras. What is your main target? Our main target, let's swear, let's take a oath. Our main target is the karmic shit in our chakras. It is ancestral shit, it is collective shit, it is past life shit, it is my shit. Okay, and that is what I want to clean out from my chakras before I can meet my twin flame. Okay, so let's take this oath. Guys, this is how serious you have to be. This is how serious you have to be. This is the kind of passion you need, the kind of passion that I have. I'm not having crystalline skin just like that. I am an ascended being. Like, I am free from the matrix. The only person, the part of me that's not free is my divine masculine. Okay, I have activated my Markaba. I'm in the soul merge process. Okay, the soul merge is about to complete for me. Okay, my skin is turning crystalline. So, like, if I sweat like this, my skin absorbs the sweat. So you'll find the sweat coming from my head like this, and by the time it's here, it's absorbed. And it will leave a mark like that there was some water over here. Okay, initially my skin was not like that. Okay, because this skin is crystalline skin, and my skin is also like 4 tones lighter than what it was, let's say, 1 year back. Okay, so this is what the matrix twin flame connection is. Whether you're See, some people say my twin is a celebrity. Even if your twin is a god, like Lord Shiva was, you can get him. But the question is not whether you can get this celebrity or whether you can get a god. By the way, twin flames are avatars. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. Okay? Starseeds. What are starseeds? What are starseeds? Starseeds are gods and goddesses that have been imprisoned through the karma. Once the karma is cleared, you're back in your true self again. You're back in your true powerful self again, and that is the reason all the psychic attacks happen. That is the reason. I mean, why would this level of psychic attacks happen on someone? The psychic attacks that I go through are very intense. Very intense, because I'm a real twin flame. Okay, I'm not one of those people who wants to run a YouTube channel, a YouTube business. If I wanted to run a business, I had my art career and I was going in that direction. Okay, but I was kicked into this doing my sole purpose, literally. I was kicked into doing my sole purpose, literally. I was dragged into doing my sole purpose, literally, because this is who I really am. Yeah, this is who I really am. So it is not about whether you can get your 5D to inflame or not. He might be a celebrity, he might be a leader, he might be a politician, he might be coming from a really wealthy family, he might be a god. Whatever the hell he is, that is not the question. The question is, can you ascend to 5D? Are you a true divine feminine? Are you a true divine feminine? That is the question. How invested have you been in your journey? How much time have you given to your journey? Have you been true? Have you been true to the 5D soul matrix? Because in 5D, the dynamics are different. Let me tell you, when you achieve 5D, your hair is different, your skin is different, your body is different, and your relationships are different. The people you interact with are different. Okay, in 3D, the people you interact with are fragmented soul aspects. Okay, and they will always drain you, they will always cheat you, because they are not complete souls. Okay, they're soul fragments, and you are in a false reality projection interacting with soul fragments. You're not interacting with the whole being. In 5D is a different world. Yeah, 5D is a different world. 5D, in 5D, your Kundalini reaches your third eye chakra. Your third eye chakra, your crown chakra merge. You are existing in a different world. And the people look the same, but they're not the same. They're different people. For example, if you have a certain karma, like I'll give you an example in my personal experience. I had a friend here, and this person is quite a powerful person, let's just say. So, initially, our relationship, our friendship was not working out, but the moment the karma was cleared from my chakra, this person was like my best friend. Okay, this person became my best friend. He was valuing me, he was seeing me, and I was having a different perception towards him. You know, those things that we did not agree on, we were okay with disagreeing on those things. You know what I'm talking about. So this is a higher version of him that I got after clearing the karma. So this is how ascension really works. How do relationships with your parents heal? Okay, there are some phases when the karmic shit downloads happen in your chakras, and then you develop diseases. Your skin turns dark. You have financial problems. Okay, sometimes you meet with an accident, you can't walk. Sometimes your relationship with your husband is spoiled. Okay, this is all the shit download that happens in your chakra. Okay, this is all the karmic shit. When I use this term shit, you can see the movie Matrix. Okay, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, that is the reality of this world. Although it looks very it's a simulation, but the real thing is very shitty. The real thing is really bloody. It's a bloody reality, okay? And that is the reason it's difficult. The matrix twin flame will hurt you. The matrix twin flame will make your life difficult only so that you put your 100% focus on your ascension journey. You heard me. You have to put your 100% focus on your ascension journey. You shouldn't be focusing on whether my DM is a prime minister, whether my DM is a politician, whether my DM is a doctor, film star, whatever that he is, and usually he will be if you are in a real twin flame connection. You should be focused on, am I being worthy of who I truly am? Am I really being a divine feminine? Am I really being a divine feminine, or I'm trying to copy a divine feminine? You know, a lot of people want the rewards without putting in the work. Okay, so if it will take you 20 steps to climb there, you will climb one step and you will say, oh yeah, I have achieved this, I'm that, I'm that. You just want to grab the label. Deceive whom? One day you're going to come to know your level. One day you're going to come to know the status of what you have actually achieved and not achieved, because your reality will always mirror it. So I don't jump to conclusions, I just want the bare naked truth. If it is painful, it is painful. I want to be a realistic person. And believing in this 3D Maya matrix is a lie. It's not realism. So, yes, the matrix twin flame connection is real and reunions happen, but the question is not whether the reunion happens, the question is whether can you build that crystalline skin? Can you build that 5D level of health, of skin, of hair, of body? Can you shift into a 5D body? Can you shift into a 5D lifestyle? What are you doing for yourself? It's not about the physical form of your twin. It's not about getting him through this codependency. It's about what can you manifest. How much karmic shit can you clear from your chakras? How much ancestral karma can you clear? Both yours and your twins. Your twin flame will reject you because he's supposed to reject you. That is his divine role. Your twin flame will reject you because you are supposed to liberate his soul. What is your progress in liberating his soul? Be realistic, guys. Be realistic. Be realistic. Your spiritual guide is not going to save you. Your celebrity spiritual guide, your celebrity twin flame guide is not going to save you. No, you're going to have to sweat it. You're going to have to cry out your eyes. You're going to have to open your heart to being hurt. You're going to have to build those balls within yourself. You'll have to grow some balls. You're going to have to ascend to 5D matrix. Okay, that is the whole focus. Okay, so don't ask questions like, oh, my twin flame is a high profile personality. Will I get him or not? Are you going to merge with your soul or not? Are you capable of doing that or not? Are you worthy of doing that or not? Are you interested in doing that or not? Are you a divine feminine? Okay, so I will end my video, my rather passionate straightforward video which a lot of you hate, okay, which I don't care, because this is divine channeling. Because right now I'm in almost samadhi state, I'm channeling this. I don't care about your sensitive feelings, because I want you to have the same passion as me, because Mother Earth wants this reunions, and I really really want your reunion. Who doesn't want to see 5D beings roaming around on the planet? Yeah, it's what a relief it is. What a relief it is. Having these 3D people here is like, it's an energy drain matrix, let me tell you. It's an energy drain matrix, and I really really want to see a lot of 5D people around. So much peace it will bring. And when you're in 5D, guess who will be with you? Your twin will be with you. Okay, that's just a gift, that's just a byproduct. But the most important thing is you will be a 5D being, you'll be a soul embodied person. And who wouldn't want to delight in seeing such people, you know? I would delight in seeing such people. So if you like this video, please give it a like, share, subscribe. You can donate to my channel. You can order a portrait. I do portrait commissions, charcoal portrait commissions. I can explain the process to you, the steps involved in the commission process. You can also book a reading with me. All right. So because I am telling you that the reunions do happen, the Matrix Twin Flame Spiritual Twin Flame reunions only happen, but there is a caveat here. It only happens in 5 days. Somehow you have to clean the shit in your chakras. Somehow you have to go through the soul merge process. The reunion will happen, guaranteed. Okay, unless of course your soul has chosen not to reunite with your twin in this lifetime, which is highly unlikely if you are a ascended twin or starseed. Because if you are a starseed, that you will definitely reunite, because you, if you are a starseed, you don't have a contract of staying stuck in the matrix. If you are a starseed, or if you are an ascended being who's come here to assist during this time, then you have to ascend. You have to ascend. Like my ascension is done, it's only my twins ascension that I'm doing right now for him, because he's managing all the practical matters, the fame, all the material things, the matrix stuff he's managing. Okay, and I am doing the soul merge for him, along with trying to survive like this, you know, financially, in whatever ways that I can. But once you master your chakras, no, you're just taken care of. Things just come to you, you know. Like you don't have to run after money, money runs after you. Believe me, because I have materialized this. I have materialized this. And I'm talking from concrete experience. Okay, today my twin cannot reject me and say what you believe is a false reality. He's quiet, his mouth is sealed, because I have manifested the material reality through the 5D reality. You know what I mean? I've not gone through the matrix ways of suffering, pain, and hell to get a little bit of comfort. I've manifested, and I'm manifesting my reality through 5D being, and that is the sign of a divine feminine. That is what you should aspire to, not the chasing your twin, not chasing your twin. Okay, so I want all the divine feminines in my community to be brave hearts like this. Okay, because see, if this connection, if the twin flame connection was so easy to achieve, anybody would have achieved it, and it wouldn't be something as of a status. Okay, it is because it is tough that it is on a high pedestal, you know. It is because it is tough that it is on a, it's a big deal. And all those teachers who are trying to belittle the twin flame connection are probably not in their twin flame connection, or probably have not reached the 5D at all. Because if you've really reached the 5D, then you know how tough it is, you know, and it is really a high status relationship that you earn. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that for today, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.